Y'all love some garlic cheddar biscuits. I'm going to show you how to make these, and they're so delicious and easy. Hey mountain friends, hope everybody is doing good today. Y'all, I say mountain friends all the time when I greet everybody. That means everybody. It doesn't matter if you're from the mountains or not. If you are tuning in, and everybody to me is my mountain friend. So that's fine and dandy. Doesn't matter to me where you from. You're still my mountain friend. So y'all, I heard it through the grapevine. Y'all ever heard that term, the analogy, that it is National Biscuit Month? So y'all, I make biscuits quite often, but I'm going to make a little twist on the regular biscuits. Now, I've made these before, but it's been a while, y'all. It's been a month of Sundays since I have made these biscuits. I'm going to make for you garlic cheddar biscuits. Now, these are a favorite around our house, especially, I mean, just about for anything, but especially like if we have shrimp, or if we have like lasagna or anything. It's a little twist on regular garlic bread, but these are garlic cheddar biscuits. Some people call them cheddar bay biscuits, but mine are just garlic cheddar biscuits because I don't put any. Some people put the bay seasoning in it. I don't do that. I just do garlic and butter and cheddar cheese. So I'm going to share with you the recipe right quick. This will be in my new cookbook when it comes out, and y'all, it's not out yet, but it's coming, and hopefully soon. So y'all keep the prayers coming, keep your fingers crossed, your toes crossed, whatever, so we can hopefully get it out really soon for everybody. And just know that this will be in the cookbook because it's one of my, I got a lot of response from this when I made these biscuits. Probably almost 2 years ago, maybe, and a lot of people made them and loved them, and a lot of people shared pictures of their kids making them with them, the youngins and everybody. So this is a good recipe for that too, if you want to share it and make it with your kids. But all you're going to need is 2.5 cups of self-rising flour. Now I'm using White Lily self-rising flour. I don't use all-purpose for this. I usually use self-rising flour all the time for my biscuits, y'all. So you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of cold unsalted butter. That's a 1/2 stick. You're gonna need about 3/4 cup of buttermilk, or you can use whole milk. You may need a little more. Y'all hear a plane going over the house. I got my windows open because it's a nice cool day here in Kentucky. So an airplane just flew over. No, a helicopter. You're going to need about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. You're going to need a cup shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Y'all, speaking of having my windows open, my mommy says winders. And my mama did. Where I'm from Southeast Kentucky. A lot of people want, and I still do it every now and then. If I don't catch it, I'll say winder. Open up the winder. And when I used to teach in school, I had a student one time. He said, "Miss Jones, will you say window for me?" He loved it when I would say my terms like I did, because he loved it. And he was so sweet. His name was Nolan. He's one of my special students. He's a young man now. So, but anyway, now for the topping, when these bake, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of melted salted butter, because salted butter is better when you're brushing biscuits or rolls or anything. You know, when you brush melted butter on your bread when it comes out, salted butter is better for that. So you're going to need a 1/4 cup of melted salted butter, about a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now this is all to taste. You can add a little more if you want. If you like more garlic, add more. If you want less, add less. You're going to need about 1/2 teaspoon of dried parsley. So you just heard my oven go off. You're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And I'm using my cast iron griddle. I've always used this thing. It's about a 10-inch flat cast iron griddle. I have it buttered, y'all. So I like to butter these I like the butter at the bottom because it helps them to brown up a little better. So that's some butter that's on my griddle. So I got all that out of the way, so let's get started. And this is a very easy recipe. So 2.5 cups self-rising flour. Now I get a lot of people ask me where I get these here canisters that I have. I got these at Kirkland's. They're just so pretty. This is where I keep my flour. And I got these at Kirkland's. So just so you know. So you know, when you're measuring flour, you want to spoon it in, gentle like. Don't stick your measuring cup down in there and try to scoop it out, because you're going to pack your flour in there, and you don't want to do that. You'll get too much. If you get too much flour in a recipe, and then just level it off. If you get too much flour in a recipe, y'all, your bread will be too dry or dense, and you don't want that. So I'm going to do 2.5. So I have my flour all measured out. This is a 1/4 cup, half stick of cold unsalted butter. I shredded mine with like a cheese on a cheese grater. You can chop it up, whatever you want to do. But if you shred it a little bit like this on you, like a little cheese grater or something, helps it incorporate a little better into your flour a little bit. So that's a little tip that I just passed on to you. Now I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and it's going to just go right in here. And like I said, you can add more if you want. We like a lot of garlic. I did a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to do a little more, just for good measure. Measure with your heart. And I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just stir this in so the butter is all, and when you grate your butter like this, it's already incorporated out throughout the flour, and you don't have to sit there and like cut it in. And so I'm going to add in my cheese, and I'm going to do about 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. If you got mild cheddar, it don't matter. You can use about any kind of cheese you want, really. That's totally optional. And I do a heaping cup, about like that. And cheese, as long as it's like a yellow cheese or orange cheese, like Colby would be good, Colby Jack, or but any kind of cheese, like a cheddar style cheese. But I do find that at least a medium cheddar is better. So I'm going to stir that in. Yep, get in there with your hands. So you're going to need about 3/4 cup of buttermilk. You can use whole milk if you want. Now you may have to use a little bit more buttermilk. I'm just going to start adding that in until it's sticky, where I can get in there and start making the biscuits with my hands. So I'm just going to keep adding it in. So you want to just add it in a little at a time until the dough is kind of sticky and tacky, but not dry anymore. No more, you won't see any dry pieces of flour. So this is perfect, just like that. Big, thick dough. Now, I made a mess. I always make a mess when I cook. It's all right. So let me get my griddle. So I'm going to set this right here. And now I'm just going to flour my hands. This is the easy way. Or if you don't want to do it this way, you can roll these out just like this. Take this dough, roll it out onto a floured surface, just press it down and kind of shape it into like a square about yay thick, and just cut them out with a biscuit cutter. Don't twist them. Or you can just do it like I'm doing, pitch them up with your hands. You want probably about 1/2 to 2 inch kind of diameter, and roll them. This is how I make biscuits most time anyway. I hardly ever cut out biscuits because I'm a busy girl. And I just keep taking my thumb. I need a little more flour. I just keep taking my thumb, y'all, and you smooth the biscuits. And my mommy taught me, and my mama, you don't fool with biscuits much. If you over knead a biscuit, it'll be tough. And by doing this, I'm not really working it really hard. It's very gentle. But see, I'm just kind of taking my palm, pushing it around, and I'm taking my thumb and I'm tucking it in the seams so the tops won't be cracked much. And when you get done, you got a cute little smooth biscuit. And y'all, my hands are a mess. I just lay mine in the middle and start laying them around until I fill up my griddle. So I'm gonna finish putting them on my griddle, then we're gonna bake them. Now this makes about a dozen, give or take a little, biscuits. It's according to how big you make them. You can make them as big as little as you want, but just wanted to throw that in there. So this is, these are going in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. Just keep a check on them. They'll bake hot and fast. That's what you want. And when they're good and brown, you bring them out, and then we're gonna brush them with the garlic topping. All right, y'all, these biscuits are done and the house smells amazing, by the way. Let me just show you what they look like. They just come out of the oven. They're nice and hot and fluffy. And y'all, your oven, now ovens vary. If you bake them 30 minutes or whatever, it's according, my oven gets hot. I have a convection oven. So these get done in about 25 minutes, but I do put mine on under the broiler a little bit because I like them brown. So you can do that. Just wanted to let you know. Oven times vary, but if you want them good and brown, put them under the broiler. So you want to melt about a half a stick, which is a 1/4 cup of salted butter. And I melted mine on the stove and then poured it in here in my microwave, bit the dust. I'm going to send it to the graveyard. And so this is the topping I'm going to brush on right now while they're good and hot. And you want to do about 1/4 teaspoon or so of garlic powder. Give or take a little, as I said a while ago. Totally optional. You can use more or less. And parsley. Don't leave the parsley out. The parsley actually makes a difference. This is about, I don't know, about a half teaspoon of dried parsley. Give it a good stir. I love parsley. Now these biscuits, you don't have to have them with seafood. Some people, you know, because they go to Red Lobster and things, they get these kind of biscuits, but it don't have to be seafood. These are good with any kind of meal, actually. So I'm just going to give it a good stir. My brush. Now, just brush it on. A good, generous brushing. You know, like I always say with any recipes, especially my recipes, seasonings and all that stuff, do it to taste. It doesn't, you know, the more you make something, you can tweak it and make it your own, ever how you want to do it. But y'all, the more, I'm going to add a little bit more parsley because I like a lot of parsley on it. Because I think the parsley makes them look pretty too once you brush that butter on them. And brushing them while they're good and hot just soaks that right in. And that parsley makes them look really, really pretty, y'all. And of course, when you serve these up with this brushed parsley garlic butter on it, they're going to see these are not a regular biscuit. They're going to see these are more like a savory biscuit instead of a regular biscuit. So there you go. And I will tell you, they smell good. Let me get me one out. Show you what it looks like. You break this one apart, y'all. See the steamer rolling off of it, and that good old melted butter right in there, and cheese. These are hot, probably burn the hair off my tongue. I'm gonna take a little bite. Y'all, I know Kenzie and Roger love these things. And they are hot. But I like them hot. They're good, y'all. And they got, when you pull them apart, you see a little bit of that cheese stretch. Yeah, buddy. These are so good. They're delicious. 10 out of 10, as Kenzie says. They're good, y'all. So I hope you try these. If you do, let me know. Always tag me. You can tag me with the @ Mountain Cooking, COOKIN, with Missy. Tag me on your pages, shout me out, and let me know when you make anything, y'all. And I would be, it just tickles me pink to see you all make everything and make it your own. But y'all, these are good. So in honor of National Biscuit Month, there you go. Garlic cheddar biscuits, y'all. You make these for supper, I guarantee you there won't be a nary one left. So, thank y'all for watching Mountain Cooking with Missy, where it's nothing fancy, just good eating. Bye, guys.